Do you feel stuck because you haven't figured out your purpose yet? Or do you feel you should be in a different place, usually further ahead than you are right now? If so, this video is exactly for you. You're going to get a life-giving shift of perception. And I have to say, I love shifts of perception. Let me quickly, end that. Sorry for the interruption. I love shifts of perception. And you also get an energy attunement in the end. Welcome, Starseed Sister, to the power of the unknown. When I was thinking about doing a live about this topic, I immediately thought about a specific color that I use in my intuitive art drawings. And to make this very clear, I'm not talking about any universal color meanings. In intuitive art, when I give a color a certain meaning, it's my personal color meaning. And that's what I'm going to share here as well. So I was immediately reminded about a specific color that I use in intuitive art. It's actually one of my favorite colors, if you want to call it a color, because it is, ta-da, it's black. And for me, black symbolizes exactly this unknown that we're talking about today. And I gave it 3 meanings actually, but they're all the same. The meanings that I gave them are: black means this point zero. And I invite you to feel into this point zero, where everything starts. And it's a stillness that is, so very much alive. And I usually call it the melting pot of creation. And I want to make a pretty bold statement here. And you might not agree with me, and that's okay. My statement is, you are always in this melting pot of creation, but you do not realize it. And why? You do not realize it because nothing happens, because you think that you should be further along. You think you should move forward faster, or you have an idea that you're not moving forward at all. That's exactly being in this stillness that is so very much alive. It's exactly that moment of stillness before new worlds are being created. And when we don't realize that we are smack dab in the middle of the melting pot of creation, it's because we're focused on the very opposite side. Nothing happens. We give it the meaning that, okay, it must mean I'm stuck. It must mean I'm not moving forward as fast as I should. It must mean I have a blockage. Shift of perception. That might not be true. And I say that's not true. You are always in the melting pot of creation. And everything changes when you start changing your perception. And what happens is, when you change your perspective and have that sense of nothing happens, instead of going where you don't want to be, stuck, not moving forward fast enough, not in the right place, not at the right speed, instead of going there, you shift your focus to the very opposite side of, wow, I'm in the middle, right now, in the middle of the melting pot of creation, preparing myself for this big leap, for the birth of this new, of this thing that is still unknown, because I'm still creating it. Doesn't that sound like a more aligned truth? It's really, really crucial that we put our focus consistently, always and ever again. It's going to shift back to where it's unwanted, but it's our job to focus back to this place where we desire to be. And that is the melting pot of creation, where you are about to create leading edge, new things. And you might have noticed that I call you a leading edge creator, because you are going to create things that I cannot even imagine, because they are so leading edge. They haven't been here before. You are in the middle of this melting pot of creation, co-creating. Even if it feels like stillness, you are preparing, like the universe has been preparing before it expanded into this not describable aliveness that we experience today. So a shift of perspective is everything that you need. A shift of focus is everything you need. Let's do a quick energy alignment. And I'm going to do a little chant. And I invite you, when you are in a place where you can easily do that, to close your eyes for a moment and just imagine being in this amazing melting pot of creation, sensing the stillness in this melting pot of creation, where new, revolutionary, leading edge new things are being created by you. Sensing into the aliveness of this stillness. Koro yena vanato, yena yera neve, rena renikana noro nonata la vere, ina ranerate, ina yonikanale, ina yanerane korora vere tendo, urana veyate, urana kale, urana vayate, nonora nana veye, ina nakalaye, ina yona valave, ina nakonaye nakera nayatondo, unara nakeyane, unara lavane, unara lakala terete natona veye, una menate, una meye, una meyate ane nakala tondo. And I invite you to allow yourself to shift from the perspective of being stuck, of not being where you are supposed to be, of not moving forward fast enough, to this perspective of being smack dab in the middle of the melting pot of creation. Co-creating with your soul, with spiritual beings, with the whole universe, with life, and with other beings, and of course, with us. One last attunement. Korone na nivanate, ne na yareye, ne na nakanave, oya nana tere, unakalo, unakanaveyane, unakalo kale naveta kono, Ulatani kenaye, unatakayava, unatana kalate, toroya lavatende. Unavenaye, urayoni kanate, uyavenate, alena keranayondo. Congratulations for your alignment with the melting pot of creation. And my question for you is, what served you well in this Facebook Live? I'm very much looking forward to connecting with you again soon. Have a wonderful time and see you next time. Bye-bye.